start of the second half, exactly what you're looking for defensively?
Absolutely, yeah. Guys came out of the locker room with great intent, took a lot of pride getting stops. You know, we really demand that to start halves, start the game and start the second half, that we bring terrific energy, and that's exactly what happened to start that second half, to really set the tone and allow us to separate.
Well, how did you feel overall with, I guess, Thursday being a little bit for the guys on how they responded?
Yeah, I was happy with how they responded. I mean, again, certainly a performance we're not proud of, especially in a rivalry. But you know what you can do is you can learn from it. You can not let it happen again. You can get back to the practice court. You can work, and our guys have done that. I've been proud of how they've done that each and every day, and they had great intent and came in with a focus, and that was the challenge we had, and they stepped up.
With the caveat, I know you guys will take it one game at a time. What do you want to accomplish between now and December 31st to get ready for that 18-game slate?
Yeah, our first order of business, certainly final exams this week, so guys will be out practice tomorrow. We want to make sure that they have some extra time to handle their academics and prepare that way. In terms of the basketball piece, you know, after we have some off time, we certainly got to get ready, you know, for Western Michigan, and then for Omaha, one game at a time. Every game is important. We certainly have to do what we need to do to prepare for those games. And you know, we're still learning about our team, so I think there's things certainly from an identity standpoint defensively that we stand on and we believe in and we're convicted to, and then we're always trying to figure out offensively ways we can be more effective, ways the ball can move better, everybody can be more involved. You know, so those are things that we'll continue to discuss and practice and work on. And I still think, you know, even though, you know, we're a month and change into the season, it's still 8 new guys and meshing everybody together. So there's some of that we're still working on offensively as well.
I got 2 things. First of all, how's Caleb, number 1, and number 2, how do you plan on, maybe it's too early for you to answer this, I don't know, utilizing Trey when he's whatever eligible, 16, 18,
Yeah.
whenever?
Yeah, first for Caleb, you know, as far as I know, you know, before we started the game, it was, you know, he had a high temperature, the flu symptoms. I haven't heard anything since we played, so I'm not sure if there's anything new. Vic Miller, our trainer's been staying in constant communication. When I leave here tonight, I'll make sure I check on him, but, you know, it just sounds like a really bad flu, really high temperature, and he needs to be smart about, you know, getting rest and getting back healthy. So that's where it is with Caleb. As far as Trey, you know, he's been here now for a year. I mean, when you really think about it, how he's worked every single day in practice, we know he's another guy defensively. He's got a presence. He can defend at the 4 position. He can switch screens. He's got a physical ability to him. Offensively, another guy we can throw, you know, the ball to, whether it's at the elbows, in the post, to give us another scoring option. And Trey's an unbelievable young man. Like, he's handled this year with class, and he's been an unbelievable teammate. Showed so much character, so I'm excited for him. I mean, he'll get an opportunity, whatever that is, you know, come, you know, next Sunday. I'm not exactly sure from a minute standpoint, but we intend to give him minutes and get him out there, and he's worked hard to earn that.
Those guys were talking about how the number of different looks that they sent at you. How do you feel you guys handled that offensively?
Yeah, we tried not to spend a whole lot of time worrying about which zone they were in and, you know, and how they were doing it. More about just share the ball, everybody touch it, move it, try to get it into the paint, and then take what comes from there. So try to do that, some by a post up, some by a ball screen, sometimes hitting the high post. Felt like, you know, that second half we certainly had a better rhythm to how we did that. I also think when we're getting stops and stringing those together, there's a mental effect that goes along with our confidence growing, and theirs diminishing, and our guys did a good job with it. So, you know, we try offensively not to worry quite as much about what our opponent's doing, especially when they're changing defense a bunch, and do, you know, the things that we know we need to do to have a great possession.
Cal Scherfeld into the starting lineup and had a solid shooting night. How important was that just for the team missing Caleb, and then also for him?
Yeah, really important for Gabe, and we knew not only was he going to be starting, but it was going to be heavy minutes, and then he plays the full 40. I mean, he does an unbelievable job working every day to be in great shape and condition. That's really hard to do, and he's in shape to do that. So, and then, you know, the confidence he shot the ball with, he made some plays. Love to see that from Gabe. We believe in Gabe, have a lot of confidence in his ability offensively, and it's great to see him cutting loose and making plays and making shots for us.
You shoot 55% overall and 56% from 3. How I'm sure that was a function of just really being good at attacking that zone, or it seemed like the ball movement was really good, quality of shots. What were the, I guess, factors in shooting so well?
Well, I think getting those penetrating catches, like getting it into the post, getting it into the foul line, driving it into the paint. When you're shooting shots, when the ball's coming inside out, your body's more naturally squared, you're in rhythm, and so we put a huge emphasis on that. Even though we knew there were going to be some shots early in the clock that might appear available, we wanted to stay away from those, be a little more intentional, get that paint touch, get a little better one, and our guys did a great job of, mentally staying the course with that through the course of the game, and we shot the ball well as a result.
What is it like having Conrad on the sidelines, just always hyping everybody up, and he seems like he's always the first one to give high fives and just get super excited all the time. So what is that like?
Yeah, Conrad's an unbelievable young man. He's been a tremendous asset to our program. He's selfless, he's a winner, he's a competitor, he's a leader. He brings energy every single day. That's who he is. And I'm really proud of him. It's an honor to have him in our program. Because he takes such a great sense of pride being a Cyclone, and that's something that at the core of everybody that we have here, we want them to have that love to be in this program, and he doesn't take a day for granted to not bring great energy and enthusiasm to everybody and everything, and it's awesome to see him get some opportunities in the game because I know our fans recognize and appreciate him too.
Jaron hasn't been scoring great the last few games. I guess first off, what have you seen over that? And then this tonight, could it be a get right kind of game for him?
Yeah, I think the challenge is for Jaron is he's got a lot of ball handling responsibility as well to play that point, either with Taman when they're both out there or exclusively. So there's more on his mind. He's trying to give a concerted effort to make plays for his teammates. And so I've got to do a great job, and we've got to do a great job making sure that he feels really comfortable when he's on the ball, off the ball, because he can get the spots, and he's got those floaters and runners, and he can score in the paint. He works on that every day. So hopefully today is a game for him where some good things happen, and he can build his confidence from there, scoring the basketball.